Hi everyone, Philippa here, coming at you rather late today. I wouldn't normally, for reasons that might be obvious. I usually like to film under natural light, but I didn't during the day, and I had made a commitment to myself that I would do this a couple of times a week. So here goes. I was wondering, when was the last time you felt stupid? Or shall I rephrase that? Are you prepared to feel like you look silly? Might seem like a funny question to ask. Here's where this is coming from. When we were kids, when we were little kids, think about the last 2-year-old you hung out with, or 3-year-old. We just tried and tried and tried something until we figured out how to do it. We started out bad at everything, right? We couldn't walk, we couldn't talk. Think of slightly older kids, we couldn't necessarily put together the model that we wanted to put together, or we were sent to our first music lessons, and we were rubbish at that. I'm sure you can think of something in your childhood that you would have started and you were pretty bad at it to begin with, right? Well, obviously, as children, we just went through the process of learning. And when we were really little kids, we didn't think too much about what the people around us thought. Probably didn't think about it at all. And that's a great thing, because we just, every time a baby falls down, when they're learning to walk, they just get back up and they try it again. They might have a little whinge because maybe they landed in a slightly uncomfortable fashion, but they just get up and they do it again until they learn the skill, right? But somewhere along the line, we become more socially aware, I guess, and we get scared of looking stupid. The downside to that is, although you may be saving face and you're making sure that you don't very often feel embarrassed, the downside is that means that we don't do anything new. So we get kind of stuck. And I will be the first to put up my hand and say, hi Anne Rose, hi Maddie. I'll be the first to put up my hand and say, as a grown-up, it's really difficult for me to feel like I'm bad at something. As an example, say, when I was in my early 20s, I decided to transition from a full-time job that I wasn't really passionate about. I had been trying to get into the Air Force. I'd been trying to get a commission. There, I wasn't given the opportunity that I was hoping for, so I decided to find a different route to get sort of to what I wanted to do, which was to fly. So I left my retail management role and joined the local Aero Club and got into their commercial pilots program and started to learn to fly. And it was really hard to be starting something at a beginner level, because I'd never flown before. Just like when I started music lessons as a, 9-year-old, I'd never played a recorder before or a flute before. But as a grown-up, that was harder. As a child, it's just kind of natural because you're doing it all the time. You're learning all the time. Whereas grown-ups, I think, we get used to being good at things because we stop doing new things. And this is my point here, really, is if you have things that you want to achieve in life, something new that you've been thinking about doing, even if it's just something like joining the gym to learn how to look after yourself, or taking up a new hobby, or maybe you've decided you ought to take that night course on computer skills because you're feeling like your teenagers are light years ahead of you, right? Whatever it is, if there's something like that for you, I'm just here to encourage you. It's okay to start back at the beginning. It's okay to start something new and feel really stupid, and you're not stupid, but you will likely feel that way, and it's okay to feel that way, because that's how we all start new things. Let me just check my notes and make sure I'm not forgetting anything important here. Yeah, it's really only by embracing change and being prepared to walk through that difficult period that you can come out the other side with the skill that you want. So rather than getting uncomfortable and running and hiding to whatever is your place of comfort, just take the step. And look, if you need to, find a supportive friend. I'm sure you all have them. There's going to be a friend or family member that's going to cheer you on and that can encourage you through those difficult times when you feel silly, when you feel like you're exposed because you don't know what you're doing. So find that friend, take on the challenge, join the gym, start the new course, start the new business, go for that new hobby, whatever it is, find your support person, go for it, and just be prepared to feel silly, because that will pass, but it will only pass if you keep moving through it. Right, so if you feel like this could help somebody that you know, feel free to click the share button, or if you'd like to get notifications when I go live in the future, I believe there's a button that says get notifications in the corner somewhere, possibly when the video's finished. And if there's something, you know, if you can relate to this and you have a story about having been there yourself, or if there's something that you've been thinking about embarking on and you'd like a little encouragement, feel free to pop it in the comments below, and we'll all lift you up and hopefully give you that little bit of encouragement that can help you to step out and try that new thing. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will catch you again in a couple of days. Good night.